Hello there. How you guys doing? Hope you're doing good. Let me check my chat. Okay, stream is now live. Let's go. Now it's a matter of getting my actual chat open. And my face is half cut. I will fix that in a bit. Give me a sec. The fuck is pop-up chat? Nani? Post chat? No, pop-up chat. Yeah. Right. A little bit better. Yeah. Kind of like that. I can try to put this a little bit lower than not that much. Okay. Well, it's been a while, guys. Sorry for not streaming yesterday. I don't know. 17 hours to stream just fucking destroying me quite a bit, and I have been really tired lately. Not have been able to fully recover my schedule. My sleeping schedule that I was starting to have. So yeah, I mean a little bit of a mess, not gonna lie. Yesterday I just took it off because I just felt like I needed some actual rest. I don't even know if I only took one day or not. I think I did. I have tried to upload to YouTube, but I have been way too lazy because I upload it and then it gives me an error and the video doesn't upload. So today I will upload the second part of the stream if possible. I might have to divide in 3 parts, so yeah. But if so, I will just upload the 3 fuck yeah. Give me a sec, I am still asleep apparently. I will upload the 3 parts, well, the 2 parts missing, and I will also upload previous stream to YouTube, which I have been way too slow with that because I don't know, I just have been really tired and haven't felt like doing anything at all. At least I cooked something for me and I have quite a bit of food. It's very stale food because it has almost no flavor since I didn't have like the proper ingredients. To do something kind of decent. But you know what, I worked with what I have, and I mean at least it's eatable. I mean it doesn't taste bad either. It just barely has any flavor on it, so it's kind of depressing food. But yeah. So, as I said, I have been really lazy, so in reality I have not done much at all. You're seeing my fucking stuff. Wait, what the fuck? Why do I still have a fucking You should no longer be seeing any yards. That's something that I made. Oh, you're seeing me because of that, okay. And now you should not be seeing any yard. Ignore that yard. That yard was something that I did for Amy the Fox. Spanish streamer, and by Spanish I mean he talks in Spanish, but he's from Mexico. Mexican YouTuber, or however you want to call him. Latin American YouTuber, streamer. Fucking hell, I'm way too tired. Still, But I didn't want to take another day off, to be quite honest. If not, I feel like shit. By that I mean that I feel like shit with myself. Um, no, yeah, I mean, Max, I did the cop that was there, that was not meant to be there. But yeah, I did that, and I have just been watching a ton of the Wheel of Time, and that's about it. Um, so yeah, I have basically done nothing these past few days. I wanted to do stream yesterday and actually install Nixos yesterday, but I was way too lazy and didn't do it. Now it's a bit risky, not gonna lie, showing my entire screen, so I might just switch to something different. But for now, I guess I will use this. No, actually, let me hide my display, my scene. Okay, I know you're seeing a black screen right now, but I prefer to do it this way, so that you cannot see anything that I might not want you to see. Um, yeah. Give me a sec here. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, you are not able to see my browser now, are you? No, you are not seeing it. Okay, let me do this then. Because I downloaded a different browser just in case. So that it doesn't have like any of my data or anything. Yeah, man, I know. Which either way, like it's the browser that I will be using from now on. So I use it in my phone, but I was way too lazy to also switch. For fuck's sake, to switch to it in this shit in my laptop. No, PC. Well, also in my laptop. Anyways, let me have a look. Windows, Battle.net, Task Manager, Image, PNG, no. Game. Game. Why would game actually capture more stuff? I don't get it. I don't get it, but okay. No, Opera, no. Wallpaper, snip tools, nah. Opera, Brave, yeah, right. Game built-in cannot capture the game capture user for fuck's sake. And why are you not actually detecting Brave? Well, you are detecting Opera. What the fuck are you not detecting actual Brave? Opera browser? No, man. Default, yes. Can you not show Opera? Oh yeah. Well, meanwhile I do this, I guess I will put the terminal so that it looks kind of interesting. Nah, terminal doesn't show jack shit either. The fuck are you not showing anything? Not like actually detecting Brave for some reason. I don't get the fuck why. Let me erase it and try to display capture? No. Window capture. Fucking hell, man. Display window. No. Name is array. Name window. In window, yeah. Automatic. How about we don't do it automatic, eh? Opera, no. Windows Terminal, no. Battle.net, no. The fucking Brave not being detected. Well, you know what? Fuck me. I will have to actually show the display, which I'm not a huge fan of. Not gonna lie. Kinda fucking hate it, but should be fine. Hopefully. You're singing. You sing it now? No, you're not. Okay, now you should be seeing it. Alright. So, in advance, the only thing that I have of this is my virtual machine, and that's it. Or maybe even I don't have that apparently. I thought I did, but I might not have it installed in this. Okay. Well, in my PC I don't have it installed, so I might as well just show it how to install this stuff. Search VirtualBox download is pretty easy. Just fucking download a virtual machine. In this case, I'm using Windows as host. Not like the idea of you guys in my files, because there might be something in there that I don't want you to see, even though my names are not actually in there. So my user is called as my Twitch user, so it should be fine in theory, but either way I prefer to show it as little as possible. Are you installed now? Yes. Okay. But yeah, this is pretty forward. You just read this stuff. Next. Yes, I agree. Next. Sure. Save it in the standard shit network interface. Yeah, man, I don't care. Yeah, I have Python in theory. You should not install it if you already detect it. So let's hope you are able to detect it. And I just basically skip everything and click yes and install. Now you can make it more customized and actually install it in a drive that you want and all that stuff. But for me it's fine to just download it in the default directory that it chooses. I don't really care. Oracle virtual machine, just finish. Now once you have downloaded the virtual machine from Oracle, which since I just downloaded it, my guess is that it's like the final version stuff. You can also download it from here probably. Maybe this is even better, I don't know. I just downloaded it from the first one. I think it's actually official, however this is also official if I'm not mistaken. Was way too lazy as to check like which was the actual official webpage, but I have downloaded before from here. Nothing really seems to be fishy, so yeah. I don't know if they have configured like two webpage where you can actually download it directly from the company's directory from the company is DNS/webpage, and then if they also have like a specific one for VirtualBox mode, I mean either way it seems to work. Well, that being said, now we have a virtual machine right here, but we have no virtual machines. So, by the way, just to clarify, I'm no expert here, okay? I'm just fucking noob at this stuff. Sure, I have downloaded my fair share of virtual machines, but it ain't that much. I am just still a software engineer in development. But I mean, I'm kind of close to. Okay, you. Why the fuck are you not capturing anything? It's capturing something else. Ah, fuck off. Now we are actually. Now you're actually showing the like actual stuff that I want you to show. Alright. Well, you know what? We'll do that. Virtual machine I already showed you. If I need to show you more of the virtual machine, I will switch back to it. So we will be switching from capture window to capture the actual display. Now in theory, if I close this, you are still seeing my actual browser, right? No, you're not. That's because this is actually being captured on top. I mean, right. So that's because I have this minimized. Maybe if I minimize it, will you actually see it? Yes. Okay. Interesting stuff. Good to know. Yeah, like here. So, anyways, we downloaded the virtual machine as you saw. For now, we can ignore that. We are not gonna do anything until we download one more thing. Now, what I usually do for downloading Linux distros is just literal search for image. Well, the name of the distro we want, Nixos in this case, image, and then I download it from like the actual page, which I guess you can also download it from the GitHub maybe. Automatically weekly update images for Nixos appearing this indeed to extend the image created by hydranixos.org. We are currently creating the image listed below. Exec travels. These images are used for untainted remote installing in Nixos anywhere. Nixos is a machine in Linux to learn a new kernel from a running Linux to replace the current kernel. Okay. This is useful for booting the Nixos installer from existing Linux distributions such as server provider that do not offer a Nixos option. After running Kexes Sec, the Nixos installer exists only in memory. At the time of writing, this requires secure boot Secure boot off in BIOS settings on at least 1 GB of physical RAM. Swap does not count in the system if enough RAM is available. The entire cannot be loaded because the Nixos runs only in RAM. User can reformat the system disks to prepare for new Nixos installation. Okay, this seems to be more like for if you have a server and want to change the thing to actually use. Let me run this, but to actually use NixOS instead of your current distro. But right now we don't care about that. Kicksec installer comes with the following features: reduce SSH host key for an SSH do not break. Okay, that makes sense. Host authorized SSH key are read from root SSH authorized keys. Root SSH authorized keys and etc SSH authorized keys static IP address and static and routes. Well, that actually makes sense. And routes are restored after reboot. Interface that have dynamic address before are configured with DHCP. Direct hyper. I don't remember what that acronym meant. I know what it is, but I don't remember like the entirety of the name. And to accept the prefix from IPv6 route and advertisement, the actual kicksec happens with a single delay. 6 seconds is allowed for easier integration into automated Nixos installation scripts, since you can cleanly disconnect from the running machine before the kicksec takes place. The Turbo is also designed to be run from Nixos, which can be useful for new installation. ISO installer image. This is what's more interesting to me. This image allows to boot an Nixos installer of a USB stick. This installer has been optimized for remote installation with Nixos Anywhere and Clean notably. So this is more probably for actually installing it as your main software, which right now it's not what I will do. I will do that in the future, but for now I will have it as a virtual machine. The main reason being is because I need to pass all my data to USB, which sure I have my expansion is connected and everything, so it should not be that time consuming, because I don't have that many things either in this PC. But either way, I just don't feel like doing it right now. Enables OpenCCH by default, generates a random root password on each login. Enable a Tor hidden SSH service so that by using the Torifi SSH hash onion, one can log in from remote machines. Print a QR code that contains local address. The root password includes the IWD daemon for easier Wi-Fi setup. Run. So you already have like the drivers. Okay. Run IWD STL in the terminal for an interactive Wi-Fi setup interface. Alright. Node notebook image. Okay. Well, license readme if I'm not mistaken is this. Yeah. Readme checked. License built-in images. Right. Well, there's one way you can do it. Flakes. Okay. Git Nix images kernel install images. Nixos Wi-Fi. Alright, so yeah, you would have to. So this is basically all the files with appropriate scripts, so that when you pass all of these, well, when you download this into a USB, an empty USB, if possible. Well, we suggest to use an empty USB unless you want to lose everything in that USB. Well, it's basically so that when you upload it to your PC, automatically detects that you want to use Nixos as on source to install the proper kernel and stuff like that. But anyways, that being said, we are not going to use this right now, so I will just go into the normal images. Windows WS multi-user installation requires WSL with system enable. Device version 0.67.6 and above has system support. Follow Microsoft system guides to configure it and then install Nixos. Single user install via the single user installer. Okay. Single user mode. In single user mode, all Nixos Nix operations that access the database in prefix bar Nix database or modify the Nix store in prefix store must be performed under the user ID that owns those directories. This is typically root. If you install from packages, that's in fact the default ownership. However, one single user machine, it is often convenient to chain those directories to your normal user account, so that you don't have to root all the time. Okay. Support the platforms Linux, MacOS. Nix is currently supported on the following platform. Installing binary distribution updating to macOS 15 Squido. I might have to install like a normal Linux distribution and then like something like Ubuntu or something like that, and then use from there install the actual Nixos maybe. If you really update macOS 15 while running Nix command refers to GitHub issue Nixos Nix. Okay. For installation, the fixture install without reinstalling. To install last version, Nix or run the following command. The platform default type of installation for platform, we recommend the multi-user installation if you support it. It supports your platform and you can authorize with sudo. The installation can configure with various commands, line arguments, and environment variables to show available commands in flag. Yeah, this looks like it's more for actually Linux and stuff. Version specific installation URLs for Nix version since 1.11.16 can be found at releases nixos.org. The directory for each version contains the corresponding SHS hash scripts are invoked from the same way. Multi-user installation, yeah, this is Linux or single user Linux. Turbo. You can also download a binary turbo that contains Nix and all its dependency. Choose version and version type. Download and unpack the turbo. Run the installation. Yeah. Alright. Give me a sec then, because I mean, if we go back, like, okay, Mac OS, Linux, Docker, Windows, the Linux distribution. Okay, Linux. Okay, so this is just like for the actual like package manager. Linux distribution, but if I want like the actual distribution, I will have to go here. Amazon more. ISO images. You can install Nixos on physical hardware by burning one of the CD image on the black CD DVD disc or copying into it onto a USB stick. For installation instructions, please see the manual. Graphics ISO image. The graphics installation ISO image contains the graphical Nixos installation as we all desktop environment and several apps in this live CD, so it allows you to go get an impression of Nixos and the Nixos backend manager without installing it. Download GNOME. Okay. Yeah, Plasma desktop. I will go with the GNOME probably. Minimal ISOs. The minimal installation ISOs image does not contain the graphical user interface and is therefore a lot smaller. You have to run the installation from the console. It contains a number of tools. Okay, I might do it this way, but just let me have a look. Obtain Nixos images can be downloaded from Nixos download page. Follow the installations in the section called booting from a USB drive to create a bootable USB flash driver. If you have a very old system that can't boot from USB, you can burn the image to an empty CD. Nixos might not work very well on such systems, by the way. CDs are already basically disappeared on laptops, for example, and PCs. It's been a while since they stopped having disc CD readers. Now I am still pretty young, but I got to live the CD era for a while in my life, and and now the new generations will not actually know even what a CD is. And it's like, well, my generation already didn't know what a VHS was. I have actually seen movies in VHS as a kid. Like the one that I remember perfectly seeing as VHS was Rambo. For example, I think it was the first movie of Rambo. It was when I was like, I don't know, around 8 or something like that. My uncle put it, and he had it in an VHS, if I'm not mistaken. I might remember this wrongly, by the way, but if I'm not mistaken, he put it in a VHS. I know why he had a VHS reader, but he did. And no, it was actually quite nice. It looked good from what I remember. Just a different format, basically, of recording stuff. Let's say. Well, enough of me babbling about my life. Nixos images can be downloaded from Nixos download page. Yeah. If you have a very old system, yep. As an alternative to install Nixos yourself, you can get a running Nixos system through several other methods using virtual applications in open virtualization format OVF that can be imported into VirtualBox. These are available from the Nixos download page. Use EMIS from Amazon. Okay, I don't care about that. That's for servers and stuff. Using Nixos, the Nixos based cloud deploying tools, which allows you to provide VirtualBox and install from declarative specifications. Okay, we will go with this. You do take me here, which you then take me here. So yeah, let's just go with Intel AMD let's go with this. Let's have a look. It opened my my download folder, and you just click save, and it saves. Now we just wait for it to download. Now I'm curious if by any chance you can do something like this. Nix OS down load with Choco. There a way to download it directly, like in Windows, using something like Choco? No, there is not, which makes sense because these are Linux distributions. If you would do it directly in Windows, you will have to have like the actual Linux virtual machine that Windows now has. But anyways, yeah, there is like no actual way to download it in Windows, which might once more makes sense because the kernel is totally different. I will eventually make it like my actual main operating system, but for now I will not. Okay, now, if you ever wanted to know how to download an image from Linux, I will just search for it. Virtual box, how to download image. And then you would come right here, and you would probably find something around here, or if not, just search for Reddit, gasoline, yeah, just do your research, and you will find a couple of videos on stuff explaining you how to do it. But anyways, I will show you how I think you did it. Let's see if I remember correctly. Alright. So, you have this stuff. Now, you click, well, this is in Spanish for some reason. Why are you fucking Spanish? Let me uninstall this shit. Yes. Shut the fuck up. Let me uninstall it and see if I can reinstall it via in English because I have it in Spanish for some fucking reason and I don't like it in Spanish at all. Everything I prefer to download it in English, even though my main channel is Spanish, mainly for one reason. Mainly all apps are written at first in English, since English is the most spoken language. Well, is it still like the main spoken language, or at least, well, it's the universal language only. At least, even though Chinese, I think it might take its place, which makes sense because they are the biggest population, and so many people speak it, and there are also a ton of other Asian countries which usually people know how to speak in Chinese. But anyways, enough of me babbling about stuff. What the fuck is VirtualBox? Let me have a look. The fuck is VirtualBox? I'm just uninstalling VirtualBox from here. Give me a sec. Are you actually saying anything, guys? No, you're not. Why the fuck are you not? Oh, yeah. That's why. Right. Well, I'm gonna try to install VirtualBox. VirtualBox. We have a look, yeah. Uninstall, continue, yes. If you ever want to uninstall something, Revo uninstaller seems to be pretty good. Now there are two versions, a free one and a license one. The license is a permanent license, so you buy it once and that's it. Repair, remove. I will reinstall you really soon. The premium version, let's say the one that you pay for it, it just gives you a couple of advantages, but I mean, I don't think they are even like that. That's good as for a normal user to need it ever. But if you ever want to just have like the premium version, just for the sake of it, you can buy it. But like the free version is already pretty good. The only reason why I would mainly buy the premium version in my case is just in case in the future they eventually decide to not make it permanent buy and make it more like a service where you need to pay a member for the membership every year or every month. But that's like the only reason why I would do it, just to like have it permanently. I mean, like, well, I already bought it in the past, so I don't care if you change your work mode, let's say. Because I bought it before, you change it to a monthly subscription or anything like that. But anyways, enough of me babbling about that. I mean, I will normally uninstall everything, but for now I will not do that, and I will try to actually reinstall it. Where the fuck is this? Over here. Yes, I want you to make changes. Yes, I will just reinstall this really quickly. You're over here. Next, I accept. Next. Language warning interface is showing. Yes, but why the fuck are you not letting me choose my language? Cancel. Yes. The fuck are virtual box download Oracle. Yes, Windows host. I went into Windows and I downloaded this shit. Then why the fuck are you in Spanish? I want you to be in English, not in fucking Spanish. You piece of shit. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't care, I know. That's because I didn't actually install it. Can you open my phone? Okay, there is something there that I don't want to see. Why the fuck did my blog notes open? There are things there that I certainly don't want to see. I think you didn't watch anything important there. Just some code, but yeah, there are a few things there that I don't want to see you guys to see. Yes, install this shit. Yeah, I just really don't like sharing screen just because you can mess up and accidentally show anything. Well, something that you don't want to show at all. So yeah. That's why I always try to avoid using share screen. So I might show something that I don't want you guys to see. There was one thing that I didn't want you to see. Well, hopefully I stopped sharing my display before. Well, thankfully, before actually showing that. Let's have a look. Yes. I accept. Yes. SR menu entire. Create the shortcut. Register. Yes, you will not let me choose the language. Okay, I cannot choose the language apparently. Well, let's wait for it to install again, and then I will check if I can change the language. From my actual stop. Wait, what the fuck? What are you fucking capturing? Brave. Oh. The fuck are you showing? No, don't fucking show that shit, you piece of shit. You might show my IP or something, motherfucker. Anyways, let me have a look. Virtual box or box oracle. Change language. Can you stop giving me AI responses? How do I change the language? Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fucking bot, man. How can I change the language setting of VirtualBox closed? Yesterday I downloaded and installed the Oracle virtual machine VirtualBox on my PC, but the UI language is Danish. Can anyone guide me through the process of changing the UI language to English? I have tried click the settings button, but it's inactive. It's pretty easy. Open virtual machines in the main menu. Open the first DAG file and select the fourth option. The main menu. Open the first DAG file and select the fourth option, configuration preferences. In my virtual machine you can go directly there with Control G. Once you are in the configuration menu, in the last bar select the one where a world image is shown. Language, select the language you want. Finish. Okay, so no. Let me have a look. Máquina ayuda contenidos, documentos, sitios web, virtuales for sitios de operación. Nah, man. Control G. Yeah. Alright. Idioma catalán, let's go. Catalán, claro que sí. Fuck yeah, catalán. Now, where the fuck is English? Japanese? No English, please. English incorporado, yeah. Choose English, don't. What do you mean, man? Español. No, you're fucking already in Spanish. I want you to change to like actual English. In Mali setting, detected the full machine folder is missing. What the fuck do you mean, man? The fuck you mean by it's missing? Ah, shit. I might have to discard that comment. I might have to actually reinstall it once more, maybe. Others. Yeah, I might have to fucking uninstall this completely and reinstall it. Because it's the same fucking English and it won't let me actually install this shit properly. So I will uninstall it again, but this time completely, and see if that fixes it by any chance. Uninstall, sure, yeah, continue. Oh, that's fucking annoying. That doesn't matter. I'm a bit hungry, by the way. Might go to eat in a bit. Welcome to the Oracle Virtual Box Setup Wizard. Yeah. Repair, no, remove. Well, actually, repair might do the job. Actually, let me have a look. The path cannot be found. Oh fuck. Well, you know what then? Finish. Scan. Sure. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but okay. Scan the shit and uninstall everything related to the fucking Virtual machine. Alright, can you finish scanning, please? My computer, yes. Uninstall everything, yes. Next, yes. And we are using my stuff, yes, you are. Finish, wait, what the fuck? Phone leftovers, okay, yeah, finish. No. Actually, no. Delete, yes, are you sure? Yes. Ah, fuck me. Oracle, what the fuck do you mean by you're still here? Continue. You should no longer be in my PC. Cease. The feature you are trying to use on the network resource is unavailable. Okay, main. Cancel. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. Scan this shit. Let's see if there is any more files. Select all, delete all, yes, delete. Now you're actually uninstalled. So now if I come here, will you even exist in my download folders? Yo, can you open up things? I mean, the installer is still there, but technically it should all be really clean now. So let's redo this for a third time and see if by any chance this works now, which hopefully it will. Back, yes, up next. Virtual box application, virtual support, yeah. No, like just give me literally everything, man. Next, yes. Install it in English, please. Downloads, which I don't even know why it's installing in Spanish, because I have my Windows as English. I mean, the only thing that I have like configured as an Spanish speaking region is my time, which I think it's to Mexico's time for some fucking reason. No, it might actually. No, yeah, I think it's fucking configured as. Yep. I don't know why the fuck that is, but okay. Finish. Now, will you actually let me fucking change the language? No, you will not. Why the fuck are you not letting me switch the fucking language? No, don't fucking choose that shit. I want you to use fucking English. Actualizar todas las nuevas duplicadas. Público virtual machine, yes. Actualizar idioma pantalla. For fuck's sake. Let me fucking change this shit. Invalid setting detected. Fucking hell. Okay. Change language. Invalid setting detected. Jesus fucking Christ, can I learn how to fucking write? For fuck's sake. I'm gonna go watch it. Okay, let's have a look. Hi there. Hi, this is the first time I use VirtualBox. I have followed all the steps according to the tutorial on YouTube, but I can't change virtual machine settings in VirtualBox. The OK button is gray and I can't press on it. Anyone can help me solve this problem. I really appreciate it. Thank you. If the OK button is disabled, then either the virtual machine is still running as the running and needs to be shut down, or you have selected an invalid set of options, and there should be a message stating, and there should be a message stating this at the bottom of the settings window. Yes. However, your cursor hover your cursor over the invalid setting detected message for better description of what's not set correctly. I have a similar problem. Most options are blacked out, but there is no message saying that my options are invalid. When I hover to the invalid setting detected message, it shows system motherboard page and the description, and I have gone there to make changes, but I can't press the OK button. So the change I make did not save. The virtual machine also is shutdown mode. This is why I am done. Why I am don't know what to do. In the virtual machine down, you can change settings while the machine is paused. Save the state or on. Are you running VirtualBox with administrator super user? Oh, that's a good point. Let me try to run it as an discard changes as an administrator. Virtual machine apps, yeah. What does that mean? Yes, I mean in theory I think I was one. Just in case. La parte izquierda de esta ventana contiene herramientas globales y una lista de todas las máquinas virtuales y grupos de máquinas virtuales en su computadora. Puede importar, añadir y crear un nuevo eh, MVS usando los botones correspondientes de la barra de herramientas. Puedes abrir un pop-up del elemento seleccionado actualmente usando el botón de elementos correspondiente. Puedes presionar la tecla F1 para obtener ayuda instantánea o visitar para más información. Please choose experience mode. Why the fuck is one part in English and another part in fucking Spanish? By default, the virtual machine UI is hiding some options, tools, and wizards. The basic mode is intended for those users who are not interested in advanced functionality and prefer a simple, cleaner interface. The expert mode is interface for experienced users who wish to utilize our VirtualBox functionality. You can choose whether you are a beginner or an experienced user by selecting the required option at the right age. By selecting the required option at the right, this choice can always be changed in global preference or machine settings. Basic mode, experience mode. I don't give a shit. Give me experience mode. Now Control G. No. Actualizar. No. I don't care. Can you please let me? Can you let me change my language now? For the love of God, apply. No, you will not. Página general. The full machine folder is missing. What do you mean? The fuck you mean? No, no. See user virtual machine BMS. The fuck you mean by that's not there? Let me have a look. There might be here things that I don't want you to see, but you know what, whatever. Virtual machine, data, no. Virtual box should be around here apparently. And it's not, so virtual box, actually there is something right here, which is that, but that's not exactly right now, is it? No, it's not. Okay, let me look then. So if I go to my user, yes, my local disk, and then I go into user, my default, my usual user should have something like VirtualBox in theory, but there is no such thing. So let me actually create that. Virtual. This might be, by the way, in the actual app data, but I don't care. BMS. Alright, let's go with that then. And now I should actually be able to select new. So, oh hey, there is clean. Why the fuck is there something there with my one doesn't matter. App data, no, not what I want. Fuck me. This shit, yes. Virtual box, no, I just created one. Yeah, this shit, yes, select that shit. Okay, now, will you actually let me? Yeah, now you actually will let me. Okay. Well, you just saw what I did. You create like well, you save it in an actual place that you want. There's probably a better directory where to save it. I would actually suggest to look at what the recommended directory to save it is. But I am way too lazy and I just did it that way. Welcome to virtual machine. Okay, now this is actually in English. Good stuff. Now, what we want to do is the new. Let me change my headphones just to hear notifications in case someone follows or something. Because my headphones just run out of battery. Alright, let me have a look. Name. Nix. OS. Okay. Well, main Nixos actually. Main Nixos. Now, the image. So I clicked on new, and then you just put the name that you want. You select the folder that you want, which should be the folder that we just created and selected. And then, as for the image, we click on other again. And then, can you just not show my stuff, please? And then we just go into downloads and you select the image that we downloaded from the Nixos webpage, and that's it. Next, type owner BSD Mac Linux Maverick Pictures on Linux Arch Linux. Okay. Ubuntu Debian Mento. Okay, the Microsoft Windows other. We'll go with Linux. In theory, it should actually download like the proper Nixos, but I will select Arch Linux just in case. Untitled install that we don't care for now. Hardware. Now in hardware is where you want to decide how much you want to give it of your actual like PC. I will actually give it basically almost all my stuff. CPU, let's go with 16, which is basically the half of mine. And though it will be like my main machine, but I can always change it. So for now, I will just give it that. And as for memory, I will give it millibytes. So 1000. Okay, 1 MB, if I'm not mistaken, is 2 elevated by 20. Now 2 elevated by 10 is what, 1024. Man. So 2 elevated by 20 should be, well, you know what, fuck it. I will give it almost everything. Something like that should finish. It's probably better to give it like a power of 2, but I will just do it in a really bad way for now, just to make it as quick as possible. And now you just do double click, or you click on this power button, or you click on start. Well, I suggest you click on start, and that way you confirm that it opens correctly, but I always do double click just because, I don't know. I kinda am used to it because I always open stuff like that in Windows. So yeah, just open it and wait for it to begin. Might take a while though. Alright, can you please start? Unsolved unknown host platform error. Wait, did you not abandon? Abandon? Fucking oh, you didn't work. You won't work, eh? Now you're actually working. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Can you stop fucking abandoning? Okay, will you abandon again? Maybe you do. Okay, if it doesn't work again, yeah, it doesn't work again. Wait, let me erase this shit then. Remove. Delete all files. Remove only. Delete all files. New, yeah. Main. Nix. OS. Sure. The image. Let me select the. Actually, it's already there if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Did you actually select the proper one? Yes. Type, I don't care. I will leave this like default and see what happens. I don't know if this will work or not, but for now I will leave it as a default. Yeah, it is. Okay. Good. And now we have like the actual install. Okay. Nixos version. Okay. There were different versions there. I guess you just ignore that. Waiting for it to proceed. Maybe. Well, gonna check and select one. I guess I will not be doing that. Or did I fucked up already? And by putting this in full Windows, you are no longer. Fuck! I forgot how to English. Longer working properly. But I will just wait then, just in case. Let's see if anything happens or not. By the way, why am I doing this unprepared and stuff? I don't know, I just want to show a bit like how it would be. As someone who hasn't like actually done much research on the matter, and just like show you how you will have to do it if you have no actual knowledge. Even though it's just like pretty self-explanatory, if you don't know how to do it, just fucking do the proper research. But sometimes I feel like people you need to be told, hey, yeah, you kinda sometimes feel really lazy and don't want to fucking do any research. But if you truly want to download, if you truly want to do something, you know how to do it. You will just have to research on how to do it. It will only take you a couple of minutes or hours. Okay, you don't seem to be doing anything, by the way. Capture, yeah, for now, just ignore that shit. I'm actually going to do something or not. Let me have a look. Meanwhile, this loads, I will actually log into Nixos as install and see if there happens to be any videos of someone downloading it. Nixos image virtual box. Video. On virtual box, yes. For fuck's sake, YouTube, stop fucking showing me shit. Right. Yeah, Linux, and you just choose like an actual other Linux. Oh. Yeah, that might have been a good idea. Okay. Next, yeah. Okay, let me try to re-download it then. I don't know. Power, yeah. Let me then try to redo this again. Remove. Yes. Delete all files. Yes. New. No. Fuck off. New. Yes. Dished. Sure. Type. Linux. Version. Other Linux. Yes. No. Oracle? No. Stop with fucking Oracle and stuff. Other. Other because there is no like actual. Other Linux, yes. Hardware, yes, hardware. Let's go with 4,500. Okay, yeah, that seems fine. And then with this, let's go with 16 for now. Hard disk, I will give you 20 gigabytes. Well, I should actually give you like my entire disk space. But for now I will just give you half my space. I will give you around, I don't know, 500. A quarter of my disk space. Virtual machine. Well, I don't know if I will probably take a while before I actually like feel fully change into using Nixos completely, so for now I will just use 250 gigabytes, which is still quite a bit. And then if I need more space, I will give it more. Hard disk type, I will leave that as it is, to be quite honest. I will not be touching this. Use existing virtual machine hard disk files. No, for now I will leave it like that name. The name is required. Main Nixos. Okay. Finish. Yes. Now if I open this yet, I expect you to actually work this time around. Should I have continued watching the video? Maybe. Abandon, for fuck's sake. Can you stop fucking abandoning? Would be really nice if you stop fucking abandoning it. USB table. Why the fuck are we selecting USB table? Start. Ah, fuck me. The fuck you mean? Settings, Linux, others, yes. Linux, sure. How about other then? For now, I will leave it in Linux. No, Microsoft, no. Fuck off, Linux. Process, yes. That's fine. Base memory. Maybe I'm giving you way too much. Let's go with something like this then. Boy, video memory should be fine with something around here. We'll leave that like that. SATA control, SATA void. Okay. A device, yes. You're actually using the Nixos, yes. Okay. Now will you actually run? Please, it would be quite nice if you actually fucking work and don't quit on me. Alright. Installer, Nomdesk. Computer debug. Okay, just do your stuff then. Nixos stage 1. Oh yeah, it does its stuff. Okay. Now it's actually doing stuff, not like the previous time. It's just downloading some packages now, apparently. Yeah. Alright. Now we just wait. Okay, install Nixos. Okay. The Nixos root account have empty passwords. To log in over SSH, you must set a password for it. For either Nix or root, I will just select it as root and just work as root with possibly. Well, I will add myself to the root group and that's it. With well, the sudo group with possible possibly prefix with sudo for root, or add your public key to home Nix then author cd key or root ch authorized key. If you need a wireless connection, type sudo system call start wp supplicant and configure a network using WP client. See the Nix as manual for detail. Run Nix help for the Nix OS manual. Nix OS login Nix Linux. Nix OS automatic login. Uh, uh. So have empty passwords. Okay. To log in over CCH, you must set a password for either NixOS or root. With password possibility prefix with sudo for root, or add your public key to home. So in here, do I need to start to put sudo and then I actually do this stuff? Don't wanna lie, I have completely forgotten how to fucking use Linux entirely. So let me actually have a look here. Okay, I will do this. I will be logging into my YouTube to look at a few videos. And so yeah, I will be looking at that, so I can actually see how to download this. What the fuck is going on with me? All of a sudden, I'm really fucking tired. Let me have a look. Where the fuck did this go? Brave. Yes. Sign in. Yes. Initiate. Yes. My password. Here you go. Next. Sure. Shut the fuck up. This is my main Spanish channel. Next, history. Let me have a look then. The fuck is this? Nixos, yes. Okay. I accidentally clicked something and I didn't want to click echo imperative install flakes home manager conflict structure. Multiple machines. Okay, let's have a look. Let me share this back up. Oh, awesome! Yeah, you were. I was showing fucking brave already. Well, hopefully you didn't say anything about
Nixos
my
is an
login.
amazing Linux distribution focusing on simple declarative configurations, atomic upgrades, easy rollbacks, and unmatched reproducibility.
Yeah,
And
I know.
this is the ultimate NixOS guide, by the end of which you will learn how to install NixOS, how to edit and upgrade NixOS declaratively, what flakes are and how to use them, what is and how to use Home Manager, and finally, simple ways to structure your Nix files for ease of configuration and use on multiple machines. So without further ado, let's begin. When you use a traditional operating system, you typically add or remove features by installing packages, modifying configuration files, or enabling services. This method of system configuration is known as the imperative approach, in contrast to NixOS's declarative approach. On NixOS, everything can and should be declared in special Nix files, which are then used to rebuild your system as if you were installing it from scratch. The closest
It is just an example, okay.
analogy I can think of is declaring node packages in package.json as opposed
Subprogram named, yeah.
to having a script that imperatively installs all packages one by one.
See, for example, there's something that I really like. It's in XOS, it's like a bit more cleaner. Like how you download stuff
Script on
and
the left
configure
is
stuff.
literally laughable because even though
And
the
so I
result
really
looks
like it.
similar, it will be much harder to reproduce, modify, or analyze. Declarative approach also allows you to easily share one configuration among multiple machines, which means that a simple git pull command is all you need to deploy your existing configuration to a brand new machine. Worried about breaking
Okay,
important
man.
parts of your
But
system when
you
updating?
just talk about
Nixos
how
has
to
got you
actually
covered.
do this, right?
Each time you rebuild, also immediately choose one of the various desktop environments, reboot your computer, and
Yeah,
if you are desperate
that's
about it,
just
just
like
wait a little bit.
you sending you
Reboot your computer, and if you're
the GUI, but I am actually using
Reboot your
commands
computer,
to
and
download
if
this
your
stuff.
desktop environment loads correctly, you have successfully created the first
Yeah,
iteration of your system.
I
From
mean,
now on, you will be able
to be honest, I recommend you guys to actually do it with a UI. Well, I don't
first
want to do
iteration
it
of your
the hard
system,
way.
and from now on, you will be able to roll back to it in case anything goes wrong. So where is that fancy configuration file you keep hearing?
Okay, let me have a look then. Nixos install uh, from scratch install with no UI. Um, okay, let me have a look. So we have this, but should also have Nix OS manual, yeah, NixOS manual, yes. Performance installing, obtain NixOS, installing NixOS, changing the configurations, installing NixOS, booting from the installing medium, applying the install drive, then turn on or restart your computer. Open the boot menu by pressing the appropriate key, which is usually shown on the display on early bottom section of the US flash drive. The option usually contains shortly after select the appropriate boot driver. You should be pressed with menu image will start their corresponding desktop environment and graphic installer, which can take some time. Yeah, graphics installer, no, manual installer, yes. NixOS can be installed on BIOS or UEFI systems. The procedure for UEFI installation is broadly the same as the BIOS installation. The differences are mentioned in the following steps. The NixOS manual is available by running NixOS in the command line on or from the application menu in the desktop environment. To have access to the command line on the graphics image, Open the terminal GNOME, or console Plasma. Console. I don't like that name. I like more the GNOME. Open terminal GNOME, or console. Why console? Nah, let's just use a K, man. We like Japanese way too much. For the application menu, you are logged in automatically and as Nixos. This Nixos user account has an empty password, so you can use sudo without a password. Sudo minus g I. What the fuck was minus I? You can use a load key to switch to your preferred keyboard layout. You can use load key to switch to your preferred keyboard layout. We even provide Neo2 via load key. The Neo in the text is too small to be legible. Try set font there with 32 to increase the font size. I don't really care about that right now. To install over a serial port connect with okay, example ping.com okay, when the bootloader isn't list moves entirely, select the serial console boot entry. Networking in the installer. Okay, so this is for networking. Okay. Partition and formatting using GPT. Legacy boot. Formatter. Install summary, adding install notes, bootstrap. Booting, installing VirtualBox guest. Installing Nixos VirtualBox guest is convenient user who want to try Nixos without installing it on bare metal. If you want to set up VirtualBox guest, follow these instructions. And there are few you should make in the okay. Starting from another Linux distribution, we have checked that. Yeah, we need to install behind proxy. Alright. Change the configuration. I don't care. On operating NixOS. Okay. Automatically building NixOS live IOS. Radical instruction, additional driver, technical notes, building image via system repeater, application, NixOS partition, configuration. Alright, let's go back then. Yeah. Holy shit. Alright. Version, yeah, sure. Let me have a look. Install from another Linux distribution? No. Installation summary? No. Manual installation network? Yeah. Graphical? No. Manual. Okay, manual. Yeah, that's fine. No. Nixos. It's installed Nixos via the graphics. Is installing the Nixos without arguing the same as installing using the minimal iOS? Does installing via the GNOME Plasma iOS and selection Nongo UI give the same results as if it were installed using the minimal iOS? Oh. In theory, it should be the same. But the reason why I want to do it this way is just to learn more about Linux and especially Linux OS and stuff. just to get some knowledge basically. Yeah, and they also think that yeah, it's fucking same. Nixos on first impressions. Guide Nixos installation guide, which is the one that I just opened up if I'm not mistaken. Target method, making installation media, burn from Mac, from Windows. Booting the installation media, yeah, wireless threads, instructions. Enable partitions. Okay, mount partition, create swap files, create Nixos config, installing so as. Okay, let's just go with this then. Minus E, what the fuck did minus E do? Iniciar una sesión. Yeah, it's just start a sudo. Okay. That's good. Either way, I think I am already sudo. Okay, minus C. Okay, I have a different keyboard layout. Root. Okay, now I'm as actual root. Okay. You can load keys to switch to your preferred keyboard layout when we even provide Neo 2 via load keyboard the Neo OF. In the text is too small. If the text is too small, try set font there to increase. That's it. You can load keys to switch to your preferred keyboard layout. Well, for now I will leave this one for one simple reason. I don't know if switching to the Mexican layout will be the one that I am actually used to or not. So for now I will leave this normal, this default layout. The rest is fine. The boot process should have brought up a networking check IPA. Wait, actually, no, I don't actually want to show now. Not now that I think about it, but no, 8.8.8.8, or how was Google? Well, I guess I can also do like Google.com. Yeah, I can. Control C, yeah. Yeah, okay, I have internet clearly. Those packages are arriving. Transmitted, received, lost, 0. Oh, yeah, they are being sent. Okay. The boot process should have brought up a networking check IPA. Networking is necessary for the installation since it will download lots of stuff such as source, tarbles, or Nix packages, channel binaries. Binaries. It's best if you have DHCP servers on your network. Otherwise, configuring a network manually using ifconfig. Yeah, I don't want to go through the ifconfig. And the ifconfig, I never fully learned it, to be quite honest. Such a fucking hassle. On the graphical installer, you can configure the network Wi-Fi included through Network Manager using the an MTE program. You can do so even in a non-graphical session. If you prefer to configure the network manually, disable Network Manager with CTL Sub Network Manager. On the minimal installation, Network Manager is not available, so configuration must be performed manually. To configure the Wi-Fi, first start WP supplicants with the sudo system start WP supplicants. Then run WP client for most home networks. You need to type the following commands. Okay. So the first is to sudo system ctl start WPA shit the fuck is that for this type of keyword? I mean this this seems to be like according to my visual keyboard, so it should be this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is. Okay. I don't need to look at my keyboard then. Okay. Well, where were we? Start WPA, and then supplicants. Enter. It should do the work in theory, and then sudo run. Well, we don't need a sudo, but the other way I will do it. Just in case. Client, do this. So run command not found. Okay, then run. Oh, yeah, no, my bad. And the reason why it didn't work because I did this the wrong way. Now it should actually work. No, it was not found. Then let me just do a normal run. By run command not found. The fuck you mean? Sudo system home. Sudo system ctl start WP supply supplicant then run from most home networks. You need to type in the following commands: add a network, set network, see my home network, set my password. Okay, so I tried this and then I do the run, but this doesn't work. If I do a simple add network, that will not work now, will it? Network. Command not found. Yeah, mash add network. Yeah, that won't work, which makes sense. And that's because you asked me to do this, but then I do that and you will not let me actually do anything at all for some fucking reason. I don't know why. Nixos no. Yeah, look, Nixos Nixos network Nixos configurations. Connection define. Nothing. Okay. Now what is what the fuck is this called? Fuck me. Minimal. The minimal version. Minimal version. No. Wait. Yes. Wait. I read Nixos design and would like to use it for my Linux server, so I wonder if it's possible to ask Nix to skip install things that are usually not very useful in server context, like man page or okay. Also, okay, I don't care about that shit. Let me have a look. Seems like I might. For fuck's sake. No, fucking do this shit.
Nixos is an amazing Linux distribution.
No, man. Shut up for now. Give me a sec. I want to look at this stuff.
Welcome to Why Does Nothing Work. In this series,
Why does nothing work? Amazing. Amazing name. Best name ever. Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Are you going to only be a UI? Okay, you do this stuff, you get a UI, install it via UI. Now, are you going to actually do it being not a UI this time around? But yeah, he finishes that shit. He does all of this stuff in the UI, but then he returns into a different type of installation apparently. Installing via graphical. Installing via minimal. Yeah.
now let's do the minimal install.
This is what I want to do.
Go to our Nixos download page and just choose the minimal image here. You're going to write it to your SD card or your flash drive.
Let me increase the speed of this stuff a bit.
And then let's get started.
You guys are seeing everything, right? Yeah. Well, you have not been seeing actually in my virtual machine mode.
Now there's two ways to install this. You can do it via UEFI or the BIOS style firmware. We're going to do UEFI this time. This is most of you will use most of the time. So let's just let it boot up, and then we'll go through the process. Okay, first thing to do is just to do a sudo -s so we can stay in a root shell. All the commands we're going to run need to be root anyway, so we might as well just stay this way. Now we have to set up our disk. So let's see what our disk is. ls elk. There we go, SDA. So there's a number of partitioning tools installed in this image. We'll use that.
He's installing it directly in a new computer, by the way, if I'm not mistaken.
Disk, because it's what I'm used to and it's quick and easy. So okay, so now we need to create a new GPT style partition table. There we go. Now let's add our first partition. This will be our UEFI boot partition. And we're going to set it to 500 megs. Now we have to set the type of partition there. We're going to set it to partition type 1, which is UEFI. Now we'll add a swap partition. This is optional. You can add a swap file or go without swap, but I like to add a swap partition. And let's make it 4 gigs. Now we have to change the type of that one, since it's set to a file system. We're going to go T, and let's list the types. Oh, first.
Okay, let me try to do this. Alright, give me a sec. Let's share screen, sure thing. This off. No, let's actually have a look. So, here's what I got right now. I got internet and everything. What if I now do the disk disk command that he did. Now it should be that, yeah. The CDI. Do I get stuff? Yes. Let me move this over here a bit. Okay, change will remain in memory only until you decide to write them. Be careful before using the right command. Devices do not contain a recognized partition table. Create a new DOS disk name with disk identifier. Yeah, he gets a similar message for help. G, create a new GPT disk name. Okay. And command GTNT. So is he actually just doing like G and then okay, yeah. G, okay, created a new GPT disk label UID, okay. Maybe it shows some stuff that I shouldn't show, but it's whatever. Command M for help, yeah, and repetition number. Default one. First sector. Go with M. Default one. Let me back out a bit here.
Now there we go. Now let's add our first partition. This will be our UEFI boot partition.
Wait, are you just clicking enter or what?
Let's add our first partition. This will be our UEFI boot partition.
Yeah.
And we're going to set it to 500 megs. Now we have to set the type of partition.
500 sounds good actually. 500 megabytes, yes. Linux first, so yeah.
We're going to set it to partition type 1, which is UEFI.
T1, yes. Blah, yeah, 1, yes, that's fine. The type of partition, okay, and we want it to be EF1, right?
Now we'll add a swap partition. This is optional. You can add a swap file or go without swap, but I like to add
Okay,
swap
so
partition.
what I think is happening here is that we are just creating partitions that we want Nixos to use, I guess. Which I mean, well, didn't we like already that in VirtualBox? I guess if you do that in VirtualBox, you already don't need to do all of this. I'm just gonna follow the guys step by step. Which might not be like the best idea, but whatever. I don't know. If I lose my info, I don't have that much in this PC, to be quite honest. And like the most important things, I already have them saved in my disk, so I don't really care that much. I will be pissed at it, but I should be fine.
Now we have to change the type of that one since it's set it to a file system. We're going to go T, and let's list the types. Oh, first we'll pick our partition. Now we'll list the types. There we go. 19 is Linux swap. So there we go. That's set.
Partition types.
There we go.
Can I do A to show on?
Oh, first.
What do you do?
List the types.
Oh, did you did L? Did he just do L?
List the types.
To show L for list.
Partition. Now we'll list the types.
Think he did.
List the type.
Yeah. Think he just did an L. Was it an L or a 1? Kinda looks like a 1 too.
There we go. 19 is Linux swap. So there we go.
19 is Linux swap. What do you mean? Linux swap. Okay. So with that, we can actually do the internet stuff, I guess. Because the internet stuff was swap, right? 19. Wait, is mine 19 as well, or is mine different? No, mine is also 19. Did that work? I don't know if that worked or not. It didn't seem to do much at all. Maybe. Okay, let me have a look then. And yeah, I know. And I do escape Q partition time list list all. Yeah, okay. Now I actually do the 19. Yeah. Now what?
That's set. And then finally we'll build our system partition. Just hit enter, it'll use the entire disk that way. It's already set to Linux file system, so we don't need to change the type. Press type W, press enter to save your changes and write them to the disk. Now,
Right.
we're going to make a fat partition on our UEFI.
I think I'm changing my entire partition, by the way, so I am basically gonna lose all my info, maybe. What is what I don't know. Or maybe we'll only take like the max amount that I put in VirtualBox. Let's see. Let's see. Or is that a 1? I never tell if that's a 1 or an L. I think that's a 1.
Partition, which is STA1, our first partition.
Okay, yeah, because we're actually calling like the partition that we created before, if I'm not mistaken. We created that at the beginning, right? Let me have a look. First step SDA. Yeah, we created an SDA, which I guess it gives it automatic 1. Yeah, we then tell him that it will be 1, so it gets saved as ZL1. Alright, sounds good. Let me go back a minute.
STA1, our first partition. And then we're going to make swap on our second partition. And we're going to swap on, enable our swap so we can use it during the installer.
Give me a sec. Okay, swap dev SDA2. Okay. Swap on dev SDA2. Go.
And then finally, we'll make an ext4 partition on.
I am just following this, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand any of this. I will make my proper research later on. But right now I am way too tired to do research and understand the stuff. I get that we are making the partitions for each appropriate thing, like for the storing like the actual OS and the kernel and stuff, and then other partitions for drivers and stuff like that. But for now, that's like as much as I understand.
Now we're going to mount.
Wait, did I fucked up already? Z3. No, I have yet to fuck up, but I almost fucked up. Now we are seeing We are moving, but why are we moving and where are we moving? CD, yeah, I'm not in the home. I'm in my root line right now. Yeah, and I want to go home, to my home or what? Oh shit! Maybe I already fucked up because I was not in an actual home. So I did all of this in. Yeah, I did all of this in like the actual route, and not in my home. Not in the home of root, but will it matter? Probably it will. I might have to delete all of this and redo it again, but for now, I will just check. Let's check if this works at the end or not. I should have probably done it in the home directory. That was the I3. Yeah.
Slash mount.
Okay.
We're gonna make our boot partition, our boot folder, and then mount the partition in there. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna go Nixos, generate config, root /mnt, and this will generate a config file for us, a basic one.
Okay, so we are actually like making now like our own, like our partition where we will have like on our configuration of NixOS. So this is just like the partition that will have all the settings for our operating system that we want, and so if we want to change anything as packages or anything, I guess we will be doing it in this partition that he's using. Let's just see or that's what my understanding is, at least. I saw Casa fucking software developer. Okay, yeah, you didn't take that. Okay. Okay, we are creating a directory now. We are creating it in empty boot. Okay, so in boot, okay, yeah. Now we are creating the directories in the directories empty and boot, and that's basically from what I am guessing where we will save all the configurations. And since it's like the boot directory, it's we want it to be configured. We want to configure everything there because it's a file. It's a directory that will be loaded every time we start our computer. Well, in this case, our virtual machine. That's what we are doing right there. As for Megadeer, as for what this one in specific does, I don't know. How the fuck do I put that symbol? By the way, I don't know how to put that symbol. Not going to lie. The fuck do you put that symbol in? Oh. 5 or 6? Which one is it? 6. 6. Oh. Actually, I have it there in my keyboard. See? This I don't know what that does, to be quite honest. Mount, be self-explanatory. The SDA1 MNT boot, so we are telling it that whenever it loads the first partition, it should. No, we are saying it to mount the directory where we have boot into our first partition, I think. But we are also mounting MNT2 directory to our third partition. So are they now like linked or what? Until we want to move to this directory now. Okay, we are there now, and then here we want to paste, well, to generate the normal settings for Nixos. Generate config, yeah, normal config root MNT. Yes, let's go. Next, nano. I prefer neobeam.
Let's edit it, see if it's okay.
Nano. Well, can I just do it with beam rather than nano? Beam etc. Where what specific file etc do we
Let's
want?
edit it, see if it's okay.
Nixos config. Okay. I'm not able to see. Oh. Nix OS. Nixos. No. Config. Configuration. Nix. Nix. Alright, let me make sure that I wrote this correctly. Nixos configuration. Yes, .nix. And now it should be filled with stuff in theory. Because we just configured it. Yes. And it is actually filled.
We don't have to actually, if we're using UEFI, we don't have to set anything in here now. It's going to default to system deboot. And this option, that's all we need. So.
Well, did he uncomment a few lines, maybe?
Okay, let's edit it, see if it's okay.
I think because he has uncomment.
Okay, looks good. We don't have to actually, if we're using UEFI.
Yeah, he has uncomment a few lines. User FEI import user group FEI. Oh shit, my one. Yeah, bootloader group. System boot enable set time, yes, for Nix. Configuration enable hardware or servers enable touchpad support, no. Program Firefox enabled true. Okay. Okay, I see. To the bootloader, loader group. Okay, I guess this also work. Bootloader. Downloading with system boot enables if you can touch effect variable, effect some more effect install as removal, effect somewhere. I mean, for now, I think I will leave this like that. Networking, hostname. Okay, define your hostname. Pick only one of the below network options for network wireless enabled through enable wireless support via the base supplicant network enable is equal to true. ECS to use and most distort use this by default. For now, I think we will leave this commented. Okay, yeah.
We don't have to set anything in here now. It's going to default to system deboot. and this option. That's all we need. So we're good to go. Now we'll go Nixos.
Yeah, we just need to check that everything is actually configured to the default. I will leave it as well to the default. It has a different wait, what the fuck? It has like a different oh, can I quit, please? Oh, yeah, that's my man. I am way too used to my normal configuration, key configuration. Would it not be this stuff? No. Alright, give me a second. Let me check how the fuck you put this stuff in the normal USA configs. Yes, I am not sure. To be quite honest, let's switch to US. And now that's that. And how do I put this? This is dot. This is double dot. Okay, so yeah, it should be that in theory. Then why are you not actually working? Okay, now it's actually working. Alright, we are good now.
Install.
Alright, Nix OS, OS, install. Yes, you should autocomplete it.
Now this is going to take us a little while, and we're going to probably edit out most of the middle, so just sit tight. It does take a while.